The second story of Big Finish's 8th Doctor Time War Volume 2, titled Planet of the Ogrons, introduces us to one of the most bizarre and sinister Dalek variants in the history of Doctor Who. In fact, this Dalek is so twisted that it's technically not even accurate to call it a Dalek at all. The Dalek Overseer was created during the Time War, and was designed to be an expert in genetic manipulation. Although it drives a Dalek casing, the Overseer is actually a fusion of many different races, which gives it a very strange personality. As such, it is despised and even feared by other Daleks. The Overseer appears to be an amalgamation of different individuals, and it possesses their memories and intelligence which it can call on at will. This gives it extensive knowledge of different alien cultures. It is implied that the individuals that make up the Dalek Overseer are still conscious, similar to the Flood proto-Gravemind from Halo Combat Evolved. For example, the Overseer recognises a quote from the Bible and implies that a priest is one of the many unfortunate souls that make up its vile body, a priest that, the Overseer claims, still tries to pray and begs constantly for death. Speaking with a low purring growl, this sickening Dalek aberration has many attachments on its casing to aid in its experiments. These include claws and scanning devices that protrude from the casing on all sides, though it still possesses a standard Dalek gun. During the Time War, the Overseer was placed on the homeworld of the Ogrons, and performed several temporal experiments on them. It conducted inhumane tests on Ogron subjects, and also retro-inserted Ogrons into early events in Dalek history. Bizarrely enough, the audio planet of the Ogrons implies that, in the original timeline, Ogrons had nothing to do with the Daleks, and were not present for the events of Day of the Daleks or Frontier in Space. It is only after the Overseer's intervention in the Dalek timeline that the Ogrons are retroactively placed into key events in Dalek history. The Doctor even recalls an original version of the timeline in which Ogrons were not present. Ultimately, the Overseer's sickening experiments on twisted personality would be its undoing, as after claiming itself to be the ultimate Dalek genius, it was betrayed and murdered by its subordinate Daleks, who considered it to be an insult to the Dalek race. The distinctive design of the Dalek Overseer seen on the cover art of Planet of the Ogrons was created using a promotional picture of Dalek Sec, which was modified to give it a red eye, smaller dome lamps, and bizarre appendages. While it is very likely that the Dalek Overseer was a one-off appearance, similar to that of Dalek X in Prisoner of the Daleks, it has to be said that this distinctive Dalek makes quite an impact in Planet of the Ogrons, showing just how desperate the Daleks were to find any form of advantage over the Time Lords in the field of temporal engineering. What do you think of the Dalek Overseer? Have you listened to Planet of the Ogrons? What other unique and bizarre Daleks do you want me to cover in a video? Let me know in the comments below.